Hi friends, at the time of this recording, I am about a week away from taking my 200-hour yoga teacher training to be certified to teach yoga. So though I am not a certified yoga teacher right now, it's been a very big part of my life, kind of a reason that I got into personal training. So story aside, Cooper and I are here to give you a little idea of kind of a sequence that I made that I enjoy, and so you can do this during the week while I am away getting learned. So let's begin. So let's begin in a seated position. Couple different ways to do this. If you are, again, rule number one, if something isn't feeling good, if something hurts, stop. So this position is difficult for me. My knees kind of want to hang out here. So what I've done is just grabbed a little blanket and gently placed it under my hips, and that allows me to relax my legs a little bit more. So I have a small curve in my lumbar spine, that low back, and I'm lifting my superhero sternum forward. So pretend you've got that superhero emblem on your chest and lift so that your head, your heart, and your hips are in line. So just take some deep breaths here. Feel free to close your eyes. If that's not your thing, you can just kind of soften your gaze. Just find one little point to focus on. And I want you to place a hand on your belly. And I want you to draw your breath in and feel that hand expand. Feel that hand go out. So let's do that on a count of 5. So 1, 2, good. Keep breathing. 3, 4, and 5, and hold. And take 6 counts to exhale. So here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do that again. And feel free here, guys, to make the breath audible. Really make some noise. That helps your brain and your senses kind of connect to that rhythm. Let's do a couple more breaths like that, taking 5 counts to breathe in, 6 counts to breathe out. Don't forget that superhero sternum. Good. Now just bring your breath back to its natural rhythm. Go ahead and slowly take the right ear down to the right shoulder. So we're not bringing shoulder up to ear. We're taking shoulder down and ear down to shoulder. And this should just be a nice stretch for that side of your neck. Now take your left hand and extend it out, kind of like you're blaming it's Cooper's fault. That guy. And hopefully this is just a nice little stretch for your neck. Excellent. Take your nose down towards your chin. Gently roll to the other side, still keeping that spine nice and lifted. Left ear to left shoulder. Extend the right hand. And gently roll that chin back into a neutral spine, neutral place. Good. So I'm going to plant my left hand and lift my right arm like I have a question. Excuse me. And so what I want to do is make sure to keep that shoulder down, but lift through my rib cage. Here comes some of those, weird yogi things that we get to say. Draw down, but lift. It's all part of it. And what I want you to do is reach for the sky, still keeping that shoulder down, and then gently start to lean towards your left. And just use this as a nice side body stretch. So I'm actually taking my rib cage, lifting it up to the sky. Good. Still breathing in, drawing down into the belly. Good. Keeping a relaxed jaw. Good. On an inhale, lift that arm up and gently bring him down. Let's do it on the other side because it's so fun. Lifting your left hand, reach towards the sky, but drawing that shoulder down. Good. On a deep breath in, and then exhale and lean towards the other side. And I'm just gently taking my gaze up because the clouds are really pretty, just rolling by. It's a bird. I really hope it doesn't poo on me. That would be bad. Good. On an inhale, bring that arm up and gently draw him down. So now let's just take some shoulder circles. So I'm just kind of shrugging my shoulders up, like, I don't know, and rolling them back. Really inviting some movement into those shoulders. Lovely. Now I'm going to take both hands up like I'm holding a big old beach ball, holding the sun. Good. Still drawing those shoulders down and gently come towards your left. And I'm going to gently twist my body. And I'm not muscling through this, so I'm not using my big super strong arms here, but instead I'm using the twist from my rib cage. And with every exhale, I just try to get maybe a half inch further, maybe not a big deal. But at any time you should be able to lift those hands just to make sure you're not pressing through the posture. Good. Deep breath in and exhale and return. Good. Lift those hands up to the sky. Deep breath in, come down towards the other side and gently twist. Good. Try to relax the legs here so that all of that motion, all of that stability is in our core. Super strong core. It's that of Mary Catherine Gallagher. Superstar. Beautiful. On an inhale, gently untwist. So let's come to all fours, which means our hands and our knees. And so our knees are lined up right under those hips. And our hands are right under those shoulders. So before we know it, sometimes we get our hands out in front. So keep those right and in line. And if this hurts your hands, you can always come up to wrists. All right, so let that belly fall. Let the head rise. Get a super snobby tailbone up into the air. Good. And then we're going to exhale. So take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, start with your tailbone and just one vertebrae at a time. Press up into a cat. Meow. And now take a deep inhale and send that tailbone up into the sky. Good. And on an exhale, curl that tailbone under. Lift back up into cat. And so really, guys, just use your rhythm here. On an inhale, go one way. And on an exhale, go the next. And really just find movement like your spine is a wave in the ocean. And insert your favorite metaphor here. Good. Lift, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the shoulders. Good. Let's do one more inhale. Good. And one more exhale. Beautiful. Kind of twist around. Give yourself a little movement here. Maybe roll the ankles, roll the wrists. Do one at a time so you don't fall over. All right, so now into one of my favorites, quadruped or bird dog, lots of different names for it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plant all of my weight into my right leg. Knee is right under the hip. I'm gently going to, without moving my spine, so without leaning down towards that hip, I'm going to extend my left leg. And as soon as that leg is, and it can be right here, like no need to show off today. Good, so extend that left leg, and you'll start to feel your right hand kind of be able to gently swim away. So we're going to go up into this opposite hand, opposite leg. Good, deep breath in,
And on an exhale, we switch sides, keeping that spine nice and steady. So the only thing moving here, go ahead and switch, is the shoulder, or the arm from the shoulders and the leg from the hips. So again, this is another one of those fun use your breath times. We're just having so much fun. Good. So on an inhale, I'll go one way, and on an exhale, the other. That made sense to me. Good. Inhale. And on an exhale, change to that other side, really making sure to draw that belly button in towards the spine, which there's all sorts of fun, happy philosophy for that I'm happy to explain to anyone who wants to know. Beautiful. Inhale, one more on that other side. Excellent. So now I'm going to leave my right leg back into that half of that bird dog. I'm going to make sure that my knee is lined up under my hip, so I don't want to be fallen to the side there. And I'm going to bring my leg up and over, like I'm coming up and over a hurdle, and gently come into a kneeling position here. I'm going to place my right hand down, not my right hand, my left hand, and I'm going to gently open up and give myself a little twist here. And so I want to draw my right hip back in line with my left. And again, maybe you're here today, maybe you're here, totally cool. Go to where your shoulder is going to let you go today. Good, drawing that shoulder down away from the ear. Deep breath in. Good, and gently come down. I'm going to curl that back toe under. Maybe I'm going to walk my, or maybe walk your back foot in a little bit. Press through this right foot here. This is where all the work is, not in my hands. I'm going to press through that foot. Maybe I help myself out on my leg and come all the way up into this beautiful high lunge. And so if this is too much, if you're like, ow, bring that back leg in just a tad. Good, so find a little balance here. So make sure that you're not scrunching those toes up. Leave them nice and free. Free the toes. Good, and if this is steady for you, give it a try. Lift that beach ball up into the air. Good, shoulders are down away from the ears. Good, pressing through those four corners of the foot. Ooh, there's that sunshine. Excellent. Now I'm going to twist my back leg into a 45-degree angle and open up my stance into, if you're familiar, a warrior two posture. If you're like, warrior what? No worries. There'll be a quiz later. So again, my right knee wants to be kind of covering my pinky toe. So if there was a wall here, I'd be pushing my knee against it. So we don't want to be twisting that kind of, this just hurts the hip a little bit. So pressing out the back blade of the foot. I'm going to take a deep breath in, and I'm going to lift my left hand up. I have a question again. Let my right hand just rest where it does. I'm not going to hang out here for a while. It's not a bar stool. I'm going to press up against that thigh. Lift my hand to the sky. Good. Draw that shoulder down. Gently relax. Maybe your hamstring is parallel with the ground. Maybe not. Just go to where you are today. I know you probably hear that a lot in yoga, but good. On an inhale, reach up, straightening that leg. And so maybe you come up a little bit with it. You can have your hand on your thigh. You can have your hand on your shin. Or if you've been doing this for a little while, maybe that hand reaches down towards the ground. I usually have a block here, but I don't today. So I'm going to, now I'm not, again, muscling into that, just resting. My hand on my shin, deep breath in, gently bend that knee, come back up to warrior. Deep breath in, I'm going to scoop everything up forward and come standing into mountain pose. All right, standing tall into mountain, which means we're just kind of grounding through our feet. lifting up tall. And not like super squeezing the legs or the bum, but just kind of not just standing here either, but really kind of pushing down into the ground and then lifting up through the torso. It's another one of those backwards yoga things. It's totally fine. Okay, now start to bend the knees, get a little bit of bounce. We're going to lift our arms up. Deep breath in. Draw those elbows back. Bend those knees as generously as you need, all the way down into a forward fold. So if you need to bend your knees here, totally cool. If you're able to straighten them, we just want to be very mindful of that low back. Okay, so I'm going to grab my opposite elbows and I'm just gonna hang out here. It's Tuesday night. Just gonna hang out. I'm gonna rock back and forth, just nice and gentle, keeping those knees bent. Good. On an inhale, I'm gonna lift by pushing through my feet and contracting my backside. My hands are going to be on my thighs, or maybe they're on my shins. Maybe you're super duper flexible. And I'm going to have them down, just your version here. So I'm going to take a deep breath in. Good. And gently fold down. Roll that spine one vertebrae at a time, all the way up. Roll nice and slow. Deep breath in. Hands come down to the heart. Good. Bend those knees. Deep breath in. A little quicker this time. Hinging from the hips, bowing down like I just walked into the room. Just kidding. Come up halfway to your level, whatever's comfy. Forward fold. Spiral all the way back up. Not spiral. Don't spiral. Just roll. Just roll. Hands come down. Last time here. Bend those knees. Deep breath in. Good. Open up that chest all the way down into that swan dive. Halfway lift. Beautiful. Forward fold. Hands come down. Lower the hips. And we're just going to gently step our feet back. And if you're feeling adventurous today, hang out with me in plank just for a small moment. Good. Relax the jaw. Hands are right under those shoulders. Good. Deep breath in. We've got this. Good. Start to maybe feel a little bit of shake. It's totally okay. Good. And now just gently lower those knees. And going to back up just a little bit because Cooper decided to join me today. So what I want you to do is lead down with the shoulders and with the nose. Maybe you come down all the way to your elbows and gently down into your belly. If you're feeling a little strong, if you've got some healthy, safe shoulders, feel free to keep those elbows into the side, leading down with the nose and shoulders. Gently scoop up and lift into a cobra. So I'm pressing my hips into the ground. Good. And exhale. On an inhale, press into the hands and knees all the way back up. And then pretend like someone's grabbing you from the tailbone and lift those hips all the way up into the sky for a little downward dog. Good. Take another deep breath in here. Excellent. And slowly lower to the knees. All right, let's even out our bod. So I'm going to extend that left leg this time all the way back, making sure that my right knee is right under my hip. And if I'm having a hard time getting that there, I'm going to just lower my knee a little bit, or lower my left leg a little bit. No worries. And then bring that left leg all the way up and around your microphone cord. Good. Place that right hand down. Open up gently into a nice twist. Again, not forcing it. Just letting that twist go where it needs. Good. Deep breath in. Hands down. Curl that back toe under. Maybe walk it in just a bit. Pressing through the left foot. Really using that leg to stand all the way up nice and slow into our high lunge. So lots of variations here. If you want to come all the way to standing, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to explore some things, maybe taking that heel down inviting that knee to be right in line, maybe with that third and fourth toe. Good, drawing the left hip back just slightly. Just play around. Find a comfy spot for you. Good, really feel your breath here. Listen to that rhythm. And on an exhale, we're going to gently twist that right foot into a 45-degree angle, come down into our super strong, fierce warrior pose. It's all hyphenated. Good. Remember, sending that left knee back so that I can see my big toe, but I can't see my little toe. But I know he's there. Pressing through that back blade of the foot. Good, deep breath in, relaxing the shoulders. I'm going to gently allow my left hand to fall on my thigh, lifting my arm up into the air. Good, drawing my shoulder down. Well, it is an extra challenge here to close your eyes. Just kind of finding that inner balance. But if balance isn't your thing, maybe don't play around with that just yet, especially in this posture. Excellent. I'm going to stand up just a little bit in my torso because I was kind of leaning down there. And I'm going to send my left leg straight. And maybe I just hang out here. Maybe I find a little space. Good. Keeping those shoulders in line and maybe drawing that right hip back. Maybe not. Again, find a comfortable posture. So if it's up here for you, be there. Own that part. Just because I'm down here doesn't mean you need to be. Or maybe you're all the way down, which is super, super groovy. Good, nice deep breath in. Bend that left leg. Come back into warrior. Super strong. Good, bring everything back up into mountain. Deep breath in. And relax. Good, draw those shoulders up to the ears and slowly down. 2 more times, just like that. Excellent. Bend those knees, lift those arms up. Good, draw those elbows back. Slowly fold forward, come up to halfway, maybe shins, maybe thighs. Deep breath in, gently down. Roll that spine up 1 vertebrae at a time, being mindful to contract the glutes. Deep breath in. On an exhale, hands to heart. Bend those knees, lift, reach high, elbows back, open, lead with the heart all the way down. Gently lift. Exhale and slowly roll to the top. All right, deep breath in and relax. All right, we're gonna come, I'm gonna face you guys. You can face whichever way you'd like. I'm gonna take my feet out a little more than hip width apart, turn my toes out about 45 degrees, and I'm just gonna sink down just like I'm melting, like the Wicked Witch. So just making sure that I'm mindful of my knees here. So I'm leading with my hips. So I'm not bending down, just slowly coming down. And so maybe you have a block or a blanket that you can place under your bum. How are you doing this? Microphones is hard. And so we're just going to come into this wide, kind of weird froggy stance. And so again, so we don't want to be hunched over, but we want to lift through our chest, our superhero sternum. I'm going to take my elbows and gently press my hips open. So I'm not forcing them open here. So just keeping my spine lifted. Hands can come up into prayer, or maybe they're just down here. And what this is just a nice, easy way to transition to the ground. So I'm gently going to take my hands behind my back, slowly lower the backside. I may flip. Don't want to disturb him. And you've made it all the way to lying down. And just take a minute here. Just feel the ground or the dog's foot in your head. not his foot, is it? And just take a minute and just kind of feel what's going on in the bod, your shoulders, your hips. Good. On an inhale, draw the right knee in towards your body. Interlace your fingers. Take them down below the knee, so we never want to put pressure on a joint. It's about made a really bad joint joke for being in Washington, but I won't. I will spare you. And what I'm going to do is just gently draw that right knee towards my right shoulder as if they could touch one day, but not muscling through. And I'm just gently drawing that right knee to right shoulder, sending my left leg out in the other direction. So here's a great opposition feeling. Good. Deep breath in, and on an exhale, draw that right leg across your body towards the left. Take your gaze the opposite direction, and feel the awesomeness that is this stretch. Try to keep the right shoulder heading down towards the ground. It doesn't need to be totally flat on the ground, but just feel this nice stretch. Maybe you wiggle your right ankle, maybe wiggle your toes. Good. And on an inhale, bring that right knee back into center. One more gentle stretch, and then we switch. But this time, switch your grip. So it's whatever thumb feels just weird. So right below that left knee comes to left shoulder, sending my right leg out the opposite direction. With every exhale, I relax a little bit more into this posture, and that's what it's about. It's about relaxing into, for me, it's about relaxing into these areas, these muscles. Good. On an inhale, take your right hand, draw your left leg across the body. Take your gaze in the other direction, and just feel that beautiful side body stretch. I feel mine through the legs, the hip, all the way through the back, all the way to my pinky. Good. Rotate the ankle. Good. Deep breath in. Draw both knees into the chest. Bear with me here. This is your last move. Interlace those fingers, hands behind the neck, and give yourself a little space here, like you've got a little piece of fruit or something under your chin, and that just helps you from being a little scrunchy and making weird sounds. Deep breath in. We're going to take opposite shoulder to opposite knee, and then on an inhale, exchange and go the other direction. So this is just a super slow, torturous bicycle, but I promise it's just awesome. So use your breath here. We're just pedaling. We're almost home. Good. Relax the neck, relax the jaw. Keep the elbows out wide so we're not scrunching the head. You've got this. Here's 3. Good. 2 and 1. Beautiful. Bring those knees into the chest. Gently tuck your chin or lay your head down on your dog's tush. I don't know how many yoga videos have. I mean, we're professional here, so that's what we got going on. All right, guys, you've made it. You have succeeded. Stretch those legs out. Gently find a nice, comfortable position. This is Shavasana or corpse pose. And just feel relaxation from the tip of your head down through your forehead. The corners of the eyes relax. The jaw relaxes. On an inhale, you feel your shoulders just gently relax. On another inhale, you fill your lungs with air. And on an exhale, send that relaxation through your torso, through your arms. On the next exhalation, feel that relaxation go down through the hips, the thighs, all the way down through your feet. And if you can, guys, just give yourself at least a couple minutes here. This is seriously the best yoga pose. This is a yoga pose. Own it. Give yourself this time to relax and absorb the day or prepare for the day ahead. It's there for you when you're done. And hopefully by the time you've ended watching this video, I will be smarter about yoga. All right, stay classy, stay relaxing, and namaste.